Okay, beta. Now we are doing question number 6. It says the diagram shows the triangle ABC with AB 17.2 and angle ABC 54 degree and angle ACB 68 degree. Calculate AC. कह रहा है AC साइड मालूम करके दिखा दें. ठीक है ना. तो बेटा वी आर गोइंग टू अप्लाई द साइन रूल है क्योंकि अगर आपको कोई साइड मालूम करनी है और उसका अपोजिट एंगल पता है दैट इज 54 और आपको एक और पेयर पता है यानी आपको एक साइड पता है और इसका अपोजिट पेयर पता है यानी एंगल पता है अपोजिट एंगल. तो ये पूरा एक पेयर आपको पता है तो आप ये लेंथ मालूम कर सकते हो बाय यूजिंग साइन रूल AC ओवर साइन 54 17.2 over sine 68. So your AC length will be 17.2 multiplied by sine 54 divided by sine 68. So देखो my answer will be 15.00 and up to 3 significant figure it is going to be 15.0 centimeter. Now it says M lies on BC and MC is 12.8 centimeter. Calculate AM. So we need to calculate this AM length. They have given us 12.8 here and we got this 15.0 from the previous part. So देखो, since we know two sides, two adjacent sides and the angle included angle between them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the cosine rule here. That the opposite side, angle के opposite वाली side, उसका square, AM square is going to be equals to 12.8 square, 15.0 square, minus 2.12.8, 15.0 cos 68. So I'm going to find out the value 12.8 square plus 15.0 square minus 2 times 12.8, 15.0 and cos 68, 244.991. I'm going to take the square root here. I'll get the value of AM. $15.65, which is rounding off to 15.7 centimeter, correct to 3 centimeters. Now in part C, it says calculate the shortest distance from A to BC. So we need to calculate the shortest distance from A to BC. What is the shortest distance? Shortest distance, like we discussed in classes as well, okay, point of A to BC, from point to line, it is going to be a perpendicular distance. This is A to BC, the perpendicular, the shortest distance. Always the shortest distance or the perpendicular distance is called, they both are same. So we need this length AX here. And for that, I need to compose a triangle here. Compose a triangle means I need to look forward for the triangle where I can use the trigonometric ratio to find out this AX length. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to consider this triangle as a right angle triangle. जहां पर देखो 68 angle is given to you. This is going to be opposite. This is going to be hypotenuse, which is obviously we know 15.0 from the previous part A. So we can use opposite and hypotenuse relationship, which is at sine 68 AX over hypotenuse 15.0. opposite over hypotenuse. So 15.0 multiplied by sine 68 will be the perpendicular distance AX, which is 13.90. Which is going to be 13.9 up to 3 significant figure. Okay, question number 7. These are vectors question. So first thing first, they're asking you what is 3 times Q. So you know the value of Q here, which is minus 4, 5. 3 multiplied by minus 4 is minus 12. 3, 5 the 15. This is going to be the value of 3P. 3Q. What is P minus Q? P minus Q means P value minus Q value. So 8 minus 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. Minus 5 is minus 10. 12 minus 10 is going to be your P minus Q. And then they are asking for the magnitude of this P minus Q. I'm going to take the square root of 12 square minus 10 square. 144 plus 100 is going to be 244. I'm going to take the square root of this. Which is 15.62. Up to 3 sin figure, it is 15.6. ठीक है ना? Now in part B, they have given us the diagram from the chapter vectors. In the triangle OMN, O is the origin, OM is small a, ON is small b, S is the point on MN such that MS and SN is 5:3. MS and SN is 5:3. These are the ratios, not the values. Okay? Find in terms of A and B the position vector of S. When they say position vector of S, which means they're asking for OS. They're asking about this vector. And for OS, देखो, either I should go like this, O से additional vector, O से N, N से S, or I should go for O से M, M से S. Both are right. So if you want OS, let's just first make a target. If I want OS, I'm going to move from O to M, then M to S. But sir, we know the value of OM, which is small a, but we don't know the value of OM, MS here. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to find out the MS value. देखो, for MS, I'm going to find out MN first. What is MN vector? M से O, O से N. M till O is minus A, O till N is plus B. Then if you want to find out MS vector, now you can see कि MS, SN, and MN. These are collinear vectors. What do you need to find out? You need to find out MS. What you know is MN. Write them in a ratio form, MS over MN. What is MS ratio? 5. What is MN ratio? That is 8. See, the whole MN ratio is 8. What is the value of MS? Is 5 by 8 of MN. What is MN? MN that you already know. minus a plus b, right? And now I'm going to simplify it further. Therefore, I'll get the value of ms minus 5 by 8 of a plus 5 by 8 of b. So I'm going to put it over here. OM plus ms. ms is minus 5 by 8 of a plus 5 by 8 of b. You're going to take the LCM with the a terms. It is going to be 3 by 8 of a plus 5 by 8 of b. You got the value of OS vector here. Now we need, in question number 8, we need to sketch this diagram. Y is equal to 4 minus 3x. Now, the very first thing that you have to notice that this one is a line graph because variable highest power is 1. So this one is a line graph. And since you have to plot this graph, so देखो बेटा, the paper question is of 2 marks. You just have to sketch the graph. What main points are considered over here is this, that it has a negative gradient. Minus 3. It has a negative gradient. And it has y-intercept 4. Y-intercept positive. When the line has negative gradient, so देखो बेटा, what you have to consider that it is going to be a left side slanted line. और उसका y-intercept क्या है? 4 है. Positive 4 है. So you can make a line like this. Not an exact diagram, just a sketch. Line is left side slanted passing through the y-intercept 4. Although they haven't mentioned, you don't have to exactly plot the y-intercept, but you have to show कि आपका y-intercept positive है and it is a negative gradient line क्योंकि left side slanted line है. That's it. बस आपने ये इस तरह शो करना है. Okay. Now for the second part on the axis, sketch the graph of y equal to minus x square. Now you should know it is a quadratic graph. Or coefficient of x square is negative. So it is going to be a sad face concave down graph. And its turning point is going to be 0, 0. So you have to just make a graph like this. That's it. It should pass through the origin. The turning point should be origin. That is going to be the maximum point. So only these two things are going to be tested here for the sketching purpose. Find the coordinates of the turning point of the graph. You must show all your working. Now this is purely 0580 question and this is purely differentiation question कि जिसमें आपसे वो turning point पूछ रहा है. And for turning point, we always take out the derivative and put it equal to 0. So we got dy by dx, 10 constant का derivative 0. पावर को कोएफिशिएंट में लगाया, पावर में मल्टीप्लाई करा दिया, 3 to the 6 x square हो गया. You got dy by dx over here. 3 मतलब है -2 -6, पावर में 1 सप्लाई करा दिया, पावर 2 बच गई. You're going to put it equal to 0 for the turning point purpose. Going to find out the value of x here. You took 6x common, 3 minus x. Either 6x equal to 0, 3 minus x equal to 0. X equal to 0 by 6, x is going to be 0, x is going to be 3 here. So you got the turning point x coordinate 0 and 3. And if you want the y coordinate, if you put x equal to 0 here, you get the y value 10. If you put x equal to 3 here, so 10 plus 9 into 3 square, ten plus 9 into 3 का square minus 2 into 3 का square. Sorry, 3 का cube. Where is 37? So 0 per you got a y value 10 and 3 per you got a y value 37. So these are the two turning points. Determine whether each turning point is maximum or a minimum. So in order to find out whether these turning points are maximum or a minimum, we calculate it with the help of second derivative. This was your first derivative. So I'm going to take the second derivative. See if the second derivative d square y upon dx square is greater than 0. Point will be minimum. Agar d square y upon dx square will be less than 0, point will be maximum. These are the conditions. So we got dy by dx here. Let us just take the derivative again. So we got d square y upon dx square, which is 18 minus 12x. 18x derivative is 18. Power मतलब minus 2 मतलब minus 6 minus 8, 12. X power 2 minus 1 is 1. Now I'm going to put this points 0, 10 and 3, 27 separately in the second derivative. Let's see कौन सा derivative, कौन सा double derivative greater than 0 आता है, कौन सा less than 0 आता है. तो if you put 18, अच्छा second derivative को हम लोग y double dash भी कहते हैं. 12 into 0, your x value 0. 18 greater than 0 है यहाँ पर. And your y double derivative 18, 12 into 3. Which is minus 18, less than 0. So the point which is giving me, which is providing me second derivative greater than 0 will be minimum point. This is the minimum point. And the point which is providing me greater, second derivative less than 0 is the maximum point. It is the maximum point. Now in question number 9, it says, Jana and Kamal each invest $8,000. At the end of 12 years, they each receive $12,800. Jana invests in an account that pays simple interest at the rate of R% per year. Calculate the value of R. The first part is of simple interest. I is equal to PRT upon 100 is the formula for the simple interest. The value of I is going to be, interest value is the final amount minus invested amount. What you have invested, if you just subtract it, you'll get the interest amount, which is 4,800. So I'm going to put 4,800 over here. Principal amount is 8,000. Rate is R, which I don't know, which you need to find out. Time is 12 years. It is 100. So I'm going to just cross multiply these values. We'll get the value of R. So R value is 5% here. The rate is 5% here. Kamal invests in part 2. Kamal invests in an account that pays compound interest at a rate of capital R percent per year. And this is the compound interest question. Calculate the value of R. So in compound interest, A is the final amount that we already know. P1 plus R over 100, कैपिटल R over 100 लिख दिया मैंने, जबकि यहाँ पर रेट होता है तो उसको मैं कैपिटल R over 100 ही लिखूंगा डायरेक्ट. So your final amount is 12,800 that we already know, and your principal amount is 8,000 that we already know, and your rate is that what we need to calculate, and your time is 12 years. So देखो यहाँ पर अब you need to simplify it very properly. तो देखो बेटा यहाँ पर since we need to calculate the value of R, I'm not simplifying anything. I'm just putting the value of 12th root here. Or you can say power 1 by 12 on both sides. So what happened is when you take the power 1 by 12 on both sides, so 12 and 12 are going to be cancelled. You get 1 plus R over 100. Now I'm going to put everything in the calculator here. Now fraction 12,800 divided by 8,000 whole bracket power 1 by 12, which is 1.0399 minus 1, 0.0399. I just subtracted 1 over here. ठीक है ना, तो ये 0.0399994 हो गया. I'm going to multiply it by 100. So you'll get 3.994. At the end, if you round off this value, you'll find out the answer up to 3 figure 4.00. Okay. The population of a city is growing exponentially at a rate of 1.8% per year. The population now is $260,000. देखो, when anything is growing exponentially, you always use the compound interest formula. This is again will be called as rate R. The population now, yani after value is A. Find a number of complete year for the now when the population will be first. Sorry. The population now is any initial value, that is P over here. Find a number of complete years from now when the population will first be more than 300,000. So they want the final value of the population should be more than 300,000. So how many years will it take from 260,000 to make it to greater than 300,000? कितने साल लगेंगे 260,000 से लेकर 300,000 तक जाने पर, बल्कि उससे ज्यादा जाने पर, मोर देन 300,000? तो हमने सबसे पहले देखो ये करा यहां पर, ये पुट this P value, the initial value 260, the now value rate is 1.8 upon 100 power n. Now you have to put this n value by hidden trial. You'll put this hidden trial values, and then you're going to find out कि कितने साल लगेंगे. That will increase, that this final amount will increase to, will be more than 300,000. So let's just put n value here. Achha, obviously, let's just put bigger values, like you should put n equals to 5 here, or 6 or 7. Let's just start with 7 here. Your a value, in order to find out the value of a n, I put the n 7 years. I'm getting the answer in 294,583, which is not greater than 300,000. I'm going to put the value n equals to 8, which is not giving the value more than 300,000. It is 299. You have to show some working here. And then I'm going to put the value n equals to 9. Yes, definitely it is giving me the answer. It is providing me the final answer more than 300. It is 305,283. So I'm going to say it will take exactly at least 9 years to go beyond $300,000, 300,000 population. So my n value is going to be 9 here. So to find out the value of n, it is going to be the hidden trial method. The table shows some values for this function y equal to 2x cube plus 6x square minus 2.5. And obviously they are asking for the complete the table. There are some values which are still unfilled. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my calculator for this. And calculator, I'm going to put this 2 minus c cube plus minus c square minus 2.5. I'll get the answer. Then 2 minus 0.5 cube plus 6 into minus 0.5 square minus 2.5. 2 1 cube 1 square minus 2.5. So I'm going to put this in calculator, the same thing which I've written over here, just to tell you कि हमें किस तरह इसको calculator में रखना है with all the brackets, ताकि बेटा आंसर सही है, because the values are in negative, x values are negative ना, तो make sure कि आप bracket जरूर रख रहे हो. So getting the answer minus 2.5 here, and for 0.5, answer is minus 1.25 here, and for 1, $5.5 here. ठीक है. Now in part B on the grid, draw the graph of this from minus 2 to 1. So obviously first thing first that you need to focus on, कि देखो बेटा, you need to learn this कि on y-axis each tiny small box, so that you should have idea कि हमें plotting किस तरह करनी है. On y-axis, difference of 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. On y-axis, each tiny small box is equal to 0.2. And on x-axis, each tiny small box, after देखो 1 unit का gap, every 1 unit का gap, you got 20 boxes. $0.05. So you got this each tiny small box value here. Okay, now let's start the plotting stuff. For minus c, you're gonna plot minus 2.5. So minus c by minus 2.5 is, see, on y-axis each tiny small box is equal to 0.2. So minus 3 by minus 2.5, minus 2.5 is going to have a middle value of 2 and 3. Then minus 2.5 is 3.75. Minus 2.5 is over here between 2 and minus 2 and 3. And it is 3.75. So 3.75. देखो, this is 3.2, 3.4, 3.6, then 3.8. अब देखो, you cannot plot 3.75, so you're going to round it off to 3.8. ताकि आप इसी प्लॉटिंग कर सको. 3.75 you cannot plot it. ठीक है ना? 3.6 you can plot, 3.8, 3.7 you can plot, but 3.75 it's. So I'm going to plot it over here. Then we got minus 2 by 5.5. So minus 2 by 5.5 is the middle value between 5 and 6. Then we got minus 1.5 पे 4.25. You cannot plot 4.25. तो मैं यहाँ पर 4.3 लिख रहा हूँ, उसको राउंड ऑफ करके. I'm going to write it down over here. So minus 1.5 is 4.3. This is 4.2, 4.4. The middle of it is 4.3. Yes, we can plot this 4.3 here. Minus 1 पे 1.5. Yes, 1.5 I can plot minus 1 पे 1.5 between 1 and 2. Minus 0.5 पे you got minus 1.25. Minus 0.5 is over here. Minus 1.25. Minus 1.25 is going to be, I cannot plot minus 1.25. Let's just round it off. Minus 1.3. So minus 1.3 is going to be here. Then we have 0 by minus 2.5. 0.5 by minus 0.75. 0.5 is here. 0.75 I cannot plot. So it's going to be minus 0.8 rounding off. So minus 0.8 is going to be 1 by 5.5. See, we got all the points here. We just have to sketch them. देखो, ये मैंने, although my pen is slippery here, skin is slippery, but again मैंने उसको फिर भी so far so good. So right now I'm just making sure कि आपको बस ये बताओ कि exact graph किस तरह का बन रहा है. You have to be near to this graph. You have to be near to this graph. क्योंकि स्केचिंग का मतलब ये नहीं है कि बहुत अनटाइडी सा ग्राफ हो. इट शुड बी वन हैंड स्केचिंग. इससे मैंने अभी बनाई थी. चलें, ये समवेयर अराउंड आपको इस तरह का ग्राफ बने विद रफ हैंड स्केचिंग. आपने रफ हैंड स्केचिंग करनी है विद वन पेंसिल. इसको ओवरलैपिंग नहीं करनी आपने. Okay, then it says by drawing a suitable line on the graph, solve the equation. Now, whenever you see an equation in this graph of function chapter question, जो कि बहुत ज्यादा सिमिलर हो विद योर प्रीवियस इक्वेशन, जो कि आपने जिसका कर्व ड्रॉ किया आपने, तो आपने करना क्या है, आपने इसको नाम देना न्यू इक्वेशन। अगर आपको ये सुटेबल लाइन निकालनी है, यू गोना सब्ट्रैक्ट कर्व इक्वेशन बाय न्यू इक्वेशन। किसना सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे? देखो ये लिखा हुआ है 2x³ प्लस 6x² और ये 4.5। आप सब्ट्रैक्ट करा दो। बस ये याद रखो, मैंने इसको इस तरह प्लेसमेंट करी है कि ये 2x³ के नीचे 2x³ आ रहा है, 6x² के नीचे 6x² आ रहा है। सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, आई एम गोना सब्ट्रैक्ट देम। जब मैं सब्ट्रैक्ट कराऊंगा तो बेटा नीचे वाली टर्म्स के साइन चेंज हो जाएंगे। तो दिस विल बिकम y माइनस 4.5 प्लस 2x³ माइनस 2x³ कैंसिल, प्लस 6x² माइनस 6x² कैंसिल, एंड दिस विल बिकम इक्वल टू माइनस 2.5। तो y goes to minus 2.5 plus 4.5, it is 2. Y is equal to 2 is going to be your suitable line equation. तो देखो इस ग्राफ में आप y is equal to is going to be the line equation here, जो आपने ड्रॉ करनी है। अब उससे जो आपको यहां पर x की वैल्यूज निकल कर आ रही हैं, दैट इज योर सॉल्यूशन। तो देखो आपको ईच टाइनी स्मॉल बॉक्स का पता है ना, एक्स एक्सिस का, दैट इज 0.05। तो आप लेफ्ट साइड से माइनस कर दो, ये माइनस, ये 2.9 हो जाएगा, माइनस 2.9, ये माइनस 2.8 हो जाएगा। दो बॉक्स मिला के 0.1 बनेंगे। और ये बन रहा है समथिंग अराउंड -1 ये -1.05 है, ये -1.1। तो देखो दिस मिड वैल्यू ओवर हियर इज -1.05 -1.1, ये -1.075 है। मैंने इसका मिड निकाल लिया। और यहां पर बेटा दिस वैल्यू इज गोइंग टू बी 0.9, यहां पर 0.8 हो जाएगा ये। सो यू गॉट थ्री वैल्यूज, -2.8, -1.075। तो इसको मैं राउंड ऑफ करके लिखना चाहूँ लिख लो, वरना ये भी लिख लो तो कोई मसला नहीं है। और 0.8, ये तीन वैल्यूज बेटा हमारे पास सॉल्यूशन निकल कर आ। नाउ यू कैन सी द इक्वेशन y, द इक्वेशन 2x³ प्लस x² माइनस 2.5 इक्वल्स टू k हैज एग्जैक्टली टू सॉल्यूशन। अब देखो यहां पर बेसिकली ये देखो कर्व की इक्वेशन है, इसको k से इक्वेट किया जा रहा है। अगेन ये भी न्यू इक्वेशन है, ये भी हमारे पास क्या है, न्यू इक्वेशन ही है। अगर आप इसको भी सब्ट्रैक्ट कराओगे हमारी कर्व की इक्वेशन से, तो इससे आपके पास क्या निकल कर आएगा सर? जब हम सब्ट्रैक्ट कराएंगे सब जीरो हो जाएगा। बेसिकली यहां पर जीरो हो रहा है, एंड दिस इज y माइनस के। तो ये k क्या रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा था? अब k की वैल्यू को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए मैंने थोड़ी वर्किंग यहां पर करी है, वरना वी नो दिस कि यहां पर k रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है y इक्वल्स टू k, एक लाइन को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, y इक्वल्स टू कांस्टेंट, ये एक लाइन को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है। और वो भी कौन सी लाइन? जो कि एक हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन है। तो ये मुझे पूरी वर्किंग करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी, सिर्फ मुझे अभी समझाना था आपको। दैट इज व्हाई आई जस्ट सब्ट्रैक्टेड दीस टू इक्वेशन, आई गॉट द y इक्वल्स टू k एज अ लाइन इक्वेशन। और k की वैल्यू ऐसी क्या रखनी है कि यू शुड हैव एग्जैक्टली टू सॉल्यूशन, यानी आपके पास सिर्फ दो सॉल्यूशंस हो, दो पॉइंट में इंटरसेक्ट करे ये लाइन। तो देखो बेटा, यू हैव टू डिसाइड द वैल्यू ऑफ k सो दैट यू शुड हैव ओनली टू सॉल्यूशन। तो मैंने बोला अगर मैं k की वैल्यू ये टर्निंग पॉइंट से गुजारूं इस लाइन को, टर्निंग पॉइंट ओवर हियर, तो देखो मेरे दो सॉल्यूशन होंगे, एक टर्निंग पॉइंट पर होगा और एक यहां पर होगा। तो इधर k की वैल्यू क्या आ रही है, यहां पर टर्निंग पॉइंट पर इधर k की वैल्यू क्या आ रही है, दिस इज द k वैल्यू विच इज -5, दिस इज 5.5। तो अगर मैं y इक्वल्स टू 5.5 वाली लाइन ड्रॉ करूंगा, सो आई विल हैव टू सॉल्यूशन। यहां पर देखो, मैं y इक्वल टू 5.5 वाली लाइन ड्रॉ करूंगा, आई विल हैव टू सॉल्यूशंस, दिस वन एंड दिस वन। सिमिलरली बेटा, अगर मैं y इज इक्वल्स टू -2.5 वाली लाइन ड्रॉ करूंगा, तो आई विल हैव टू सॉल्यूशन, दिस वन एंड दिस वन। So it is going to be -2.5 here, the value of k, कि अगर मैं y equals to 4.5, 5.5 और -2.5 पर लाइन ड्रॉ करूंगा, तो बेटा आई विल हैव टू सॉल्यूशंस। तो k की वैल्यू -2.5 एंड 5.5 आ गई। In question 11, it says find, we have three functions. It said find g of f2. See, you have the options. आज की क्लास में what I can do, कि पहले मैं f of 2 निकाल लेता हूं। What is f of 2? Sir, f of 2 is 1/2 because it is 1 upon x. f of x क्या हमारे पास 1 upon x है ना, तो f of 2 देगा 1/2। What is g of f2 of 2? तो बेटा g वाले फंक्शन में विच इज 3x-5, इसमें बेटा हम x की जगह 1/2 पुट कर देते हैं। तो 3/2 -5, 2 5 तो 10, -7/2 और -3.5। ठीक है। What is g inverse? See, we just copied this gx function which is y equal to 3x-5। मैंने y की जगह x लिख दिया, x की जगह y लिख दिया, and I carried out the value of y here। So this y value will be considered as g inverse x plus 5/3। ये आपके पास g inverse आ गया। Then they are saying find in its simplest form g of x minus 2। So it means in gx function they are asking you, instead of x put x minus 2। तो देखो मैंने वही करा, x की जगह x minus 2 रख दिया। And then I simplified 3 मतलब x, 3x 3 to the 6, 3x minus 11 is going to be your g of x minus 2। Then it says find the value of x when f of g is 0.1। So let's just find out f of g। What is f of g? तो देखो we have this f function 1 upon x, इसमें x की जगह 1 अपॉन x है ना, यहां पर फंक्शन ऑफ x, इसके अंदर f की x की जगह आई एम गोना पुट gx फंक्शन। तो देखो बेटा, आई एम गोइंग टू जस्ट कट इट ऑफ दिस x वैल्यू, आई एम गोइंग टू पुट gx फंक्शन। ये हो गया f ऑफ gx। नाउ दिस इज इक्वल टू 0.1। नाउ यू कैन राइट 0.1 इज 1/10, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करवा दें, तो 3 1 जा 3 5 जा 15, you got the x value 5 here। क्योंकि इसने बोला होता है x मालूम करना है, तो इसलिए मैंने देखो x मालूम कर लिया है पूरी इक्वेशन निकालकर। Then it says h of x minus g of 7 equal to 0, find the value of x। See, what is h of x? h of x is 2 की power x। What is g of 7? See, gx is 3x minus 5, g of 7 is 3 7 21 minus 5, which is 16। 2 की पावर x is equal to 16. मैंने basis same कर ली. I'm going to equate the power. I'll get the value of x here, which is 4. In Dice's rule. All right. Now we have question number 12. It says the diagram shows the radius 12 with the sector removed. Calculate the perimeter of the remaining shaded shape. So we need to calculate the perimeter. Perimeter means sum of all boundaries. Radius. So there are two radius, 12 and 12. We're going to add these values in the circumference at the sector arc length over here. And the angle for this sector is 360 minus 250. What is 360 minus 250? It is 310. So arc length formula is theta upon 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. So 310 divided by 360. R value is 12. Which is 62 upon 3 pi. Now I'm going to find out the perimeter. Radius plus radius plus 62 pi upon 3. The answer is 88.92. The parameter is 89.0. Rounding up to 3 figure. Now in part B, it says the diagram in part A shows the top cylinder of the cake with a slice removed. The volume of the cake that remains is 3510 centimeter cube. Find the height of the cake. Okay. So we got this area of the sector. Obviously, this is a cylindrical form cake and it has the same cross section area like above. in part A, like what they said. The diagram part A shows the top of the cylinder cake. So this is the top of the cylinder cake. So here's the volume of this cake, 3510. If I want to find out volume of my of this portion of the cylinder cake by myself, अगर मैं कैलकुलेट करना चाहूंगा तो मैं किस तरह करूंगा? I'm going to find out the area of the cross section of this one multiply by the height. So volume, क्योंकि क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया कांस्टेंट है ना, आपके पास थ्रू आउट यही क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया होगा. तो वॉल्यूम इज क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया इनटू हाइट. Volume is 3510. So any shape that has this constant cross section area, you can apply this formula. And cross section area is 124 pi, which we just calculated with the help of theta upon 360 multiplied by pi r square. R was 12, theta was 310. You got 124 pi as the constant cross section area multiplied by height that we don't know, which is what they are asking you. So I'm going to make h as a subject, which is 3510 divided by 124 pi. Which is 9.010 centimeter. ठीक है? So that's it for this paper.